Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Squeeze, take 51. Moving is key. So, the reason that I chose to do movement this week, or to focus on movement this week, is purely a selfish reason. I am human just like everyone else. I have been traveling, so bit of backstory. I'm in Mackay this week, seeing friends and family. My friends are my family. All my family's back in the States, so see them in 5 weeks. But yeah, I chose to focus on movement, to make myself move. I'm out of my routine. I am, I'm not walking with Bud every morning, and we've done a couple walks with Clivey, which is great. You would have seen some photos of that. Makes me smile. I love walking with the doggies. I am sleeping in a little bit because I am doing a bit more during the day, and I'm seeing more people. I'm staying up a little bit later. So having movement as the focus for this week is kind of to remind myself to keep moving. I've had a really good run in Cairns lately because I find movement really, really hard when I'm not around people to move with. So part of the reason I fell in love with Mackay and fell in love with it down here is Ready Personal Training. That's when I started to really move. The boot camps there, the friends I made, my friends turned into my hairdressers, turned into people that I've met up with living in Yeppoon, and just really good friendships. And moving to me is not I guess my favorite self-care, which has been coming out in some of my posts as well, is quality time with friends. And I think quality time with friends, I've had some great nights out with my girls, and all the stories and the laughs from that are just top. But some of the best times, thinking back, are some of the times that, the boot camps, being through something, going to a boot camp with a few of your good friends and literally punching stuff as hard as you can to get through. The challenges of life are, you can tell I'm thinking of a certain particular day. It was fabulous. I was just so frustrated, and I didn't you get to those points in your life where you just don't know what's going on, and you go to boot camp, and Mickey's probably still runs great boot camps, but we used to go to one, and it was just the best. It would start out with agility, do some running stuff. I remember going up against my friend Carm's running, and he could time us perfectly. I would start up here and she'd start back here, but man, that finish line, because he could gauge how fast we were, and it wasn't too far off, but she's a runner, I'm not, but it was such a good challenge, and I don't think I've ever put my heart and soul into it. Not because I'm super competitive, but when you're doing stuff that you really enjoy with the people you really enjoy, it just comes out. Or, I used to go to a friend's house, and we called it the gym, their gym. So they had this perfect little gym set up in the garage, and a few of us would go, and we would work out, and we'd push each other, and we'd laugh, we'd chat, it was just that full circle of perfectness in the morning. So that was how I used to do movement, and that's how I really brought it into my life when I was in Mackay. There's so many things. Boot camps up at the harbor. I used to, in between my ex and Mark, I used to live with my friend Kristen, and she was really into Pilates. I was really into yoga, and whenever we could, we'd just be on our mats doing Pilates and yoga in the house. It didn't matter if there was a wine cup there, or if we just decided in the morning we would do that. It was great. And I find it really hard, now that we've moved away, to implement all that stuff in my daily life, because it's just me. So that's why I was talking about motivation on Tuesday on Take 50. What's your motivation? What keeps you going? And I've really been thinking about it as well. And I think it's really the people. Like, I love the exercise and I love pushing myself, and I can push myself so much more when I'm not really thinking about the exercise, if that makes sense, but I'm thinking about like the environment, that quality time with people, even, because I think that's my biggest self-care thing. I need those special moments. And this is going really personal today, but this is kind of all coming out for me. I did have a sleep in today. I didn't ask if we should go walking or anything this morning, because I know it's kind of getting to that end of the week, and people just kind of, it's got to be hard for my friends to see me get up and them go to work every day and be like, oh, da 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 da. I am working, but I don't have to do the 9 to 5 desk grind anymore. So it's a different form of work, but it's still, yeah, it must be difficult where I don't want to be like, let's get up and walk every day. So we have this like beautiful thing, and then, you're tired by the end of the week as well, because I don't want to change up their routines, and I'm trying to stick with my routine, but it can be difficult. I'm also, like I said, I'm also doing more. I was out with some friends over to a friend's place last night having dinner and stuff, and seeing little Bubba, and yeah, I'm exhausted. I know if I was walking a little bit more, doing something, or going to the gym, I'd be so much better off. However, it's really hard to fit everything in. So take 50, I talked about, what motivates you. Is it the internal factors? Is it the external factors? Obviously for me, I thought it was more of an internal thing, like it's how I feel and stuff, but it is an external thing. It's being with my friends. It's, doing that kind of stuff, which makes me think just that gym membership up in Cairns, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I do have to get back into boot camps, find something outside, and even just a yoga studio again. You have to do what works for you. It's not always the most, like I did the gym membership because it's practical, the cost is easy to budget. There's so many factors, but maybe it wasn't for me. We have a gym in our garage at home as well. It's this whole all-in-one thing that Mark got. It's lovely. There's always such heavy weights because Mark and I are so completely opposite. Excuse me, that it's just a workout and I have to actually move the weights off, so I find myself really lazy because you go into the gym and the weights aren't left on the machines. Oh, I love you, Mark, but any excuse, hey. Mark and I used to work out when we met in Mackay. Like, we used to be those, let's go to the gym 6-7 days a week for hours. And he just doesn't want a bar of it now, which is fine. He does, work out every day at work, even though you do need to mix it up, but he's getting better with his walks. Yeah, we don't have to beg him to go for a walk with us anymore in the morning. He just likes to go now, which is great. So that was a habit that kind of had to be formed. But yeah, what motivates you? Like, why is moving key? Movement and exercise is so good. There's so many benefits for us. So not only raising our heartbeat for, at least 20 minutes, 5 times a week, daily, the more you can do it, the better off you'll be. It sucks starting to get to that point to work out, but it feels so good afterwards. Like, I've never actually, hated getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to work out with my girls. Yeah, it's, I've never once said, man, I regret that. Even if you have a little bit of an injury or something, but I've never pushed myself as hard as I would at the gym alone with my girls, because obviously you really get into it, yeah. Maybe a boot camp would be good for me again. I digress. More benefits of moving. So, movement is so key because it helps us sleep better. Pumping your heart rate just circulates your blood, obviously. It oxidizes everything, which is really good. I've talked about stretching in my blog this week, why it's such a good tip or trick to start with, waking up and just, I can't stretch because I'm sitting on my dress. Giving yourself one of those really good stretches is really good in the morning, and once you start doing that, you actually notice like you want to move your body a little bit more. You realize, you know, during the day you just kind of need that little twist and turn. Following Ainsley Bryce, Feel Myotherapy is great. She does stretching. She does stretch school, 15 minutes in the morning and or afternoon possibly even. So I'll put a link to her Facebook page down below. She's fabulous for stretching. She sometimes just goes live and does like neck stretches and stuff. Stretching is really good just to start off that movement because it helps to align the body. Moving consistently is really good. I forgot what benefit I was up to. I have my little list here, but I'm not really sticking with it today, am I? Yeah, I guess the other one is just that it, you know, obviously overall health, like, you know, you can get your blood sugar down, you can, moving helps to lose weight. It's not the only thing. If you start moving more, I was with a friend yesterday, she's been going to the gym for 3 days a week. She's fantastic. She's like, I don't think I've lost weight, but I definitely feel fitter. And you can see that smile come out in her face, and it makes me smile. I'm really, really happy that she's doing it because she's not someone to completely take a lot of time for herself. I'm going over again tonight, and she was like, oh, well, I should skip the gym. And I was like, nope. I probably should ask her what gym she goes to and maybe join. I could go play with little Bub. See where my head is at? Movement is, I know how important it is, and the motivation to make me move right now, I don't know why, but it is down. So this week is all about movement because I wanted to, you know, lift myself up again with movement and keep going and keep my routine consistent while I'm down here, and I haven't been able to. I'm not going to lie to you, like, it's 2 walks. I'm disappointed in myself, but I'm not disappointed enough to do anything about it. So the internal motivator obviously isn't there. I can't believe I'm being so honest. I used to do Pilates, yoga when I woke up. Like my home routine for it was just down pat. Yeah. Any tips and tricks? We can talk about tips and tricks tomorrow because it would be fabulous. You do go through lulls as well. Lulls are completely fine. I know when I get back to cans, I will punch it, and I will definitely punch it more because talking to you and letting you guys know how vulnerable this is will actually make me up my game. So in saying that, really have a think about why movement is key, what it helps you do. Like, you know, my friend, she's like, I haven't lost weight, but then, you know, if I remind her that muscle weighs more than fat, that everything needs to kind of distribute, and you do need to work on your nutrition as well. Bub is not sleeping very well. They're trying everything. Annabelle's about, excuse me, Annabelle's about 3, and she's just not settling very well, and then she's waking up about 4, so you can picture how much sleep they're not getting, and they both work. Props to them. Last night was such an eye-opener for me, but not as bad of one as I thought, because I'm going back over for a slumber party tonight with Annabelle. Yeah, so, you know, she's saying she's moving more, she feels fitter, but she hasn't lost weight. She's working on her portion sizes. She's being more mindful about what she eats. So I might have a chat with her today. I don't like to push all my knowledge on my friends, but I think she's quite open to it. And she's always been in the past, but I might just have a chat. And, you know, it's writing stuff down. It's figuring out where you want to be. It's figuring out what you want to be doing. So she's got her movement down, and it's changed her for totally the better. Like, she loves her gym time. She feels, you know, she said she feels fitter, which is fantastic. So it does take, you know, about 4 weeks to kind of feel it for yourself, 8 weeks to see it, 12 weeks for other people to see it, depending on how much you're implementing. But I like to say slow and steady. So I'm not beating myself up too much for the movement because I know I'm still making really healthy eating choices. I brought down heaps of food with me, my breakfast stuff. Yeah, I'm doing good. You're doing good. Maybe tomorrow we should celebrate stuff. All right, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you realize that, you know, it's not always easy to start moving, or if you stop moving and you're in a lull, we need to think about our motivators to get us moving again. I'm saying us and everything today because it's me as well. Like this, you know, I know what to do. I have all the information. I'm happy to share it. It's not always easy for me to do it either. All the moving, house moving that we've done, so Mackay to Rocky, Rocky to Yeppoon, Yeppoon to Cairns place number 1 to Cairns place number 2, all in 4 years, I've stopped movement. So I don't know if you read that in the blog this week, but moving has made me stop moving. And really reflecting on that this week, because I've known it's happened, but writing it out, really thinking about it, man, it's opened my eyes. And I want to get back to where I used to be, like feeling fitter, sleeping better, waking up. I still can wake up without an alarm quite early, but it helped me to wake up early and start my morning routines better and be more of a morning person. Waking up with the sun and going to sleep with the sun is really important for our body clocks. That's why night shifts and stuff play such a role and really wear people out. So by moving in the morning, you're actually waking yourself up that little bit more to need proper rest. So you want to actually go to bed that little bit earlier to wake up the next day to do it all again, essentially. So it is really important. You know, it can cut down on chronic diseases. It can help your breathing more. The blood flow by moving helps oxidize everything, so you just feel better. Your skin starts to look better. Obviously, there's always that time when you start doing something, your body can go into whoa detox mode, and you may break out a little bit more. Or I know, not eating sugar, usually the third weekend, you know, it's kind of that your body's detoxifying itself. And a lot of people go, oh my God, I've been eating so well, why is my skin doing this? It's like, well, it's a shock to the system. Same thing with movement. You can start to feel it. You can overdo it. You don't want to go too much, too soon, too far into it. I'm losing my voice now, and I don't have a coffee or a water around me, so I am going to go. Yeah. I feel like I'm going around in circles today. I apologize, but this has been really, really strange for me because I'm usually so in tune with my topics and they aren't so in my face and so relevant to me. I haven't really talked about movement much lately because I'm not doing it, except for my walks with Bud. And as you noticed, I'm not posting the photos in the morning unless I go. So you can tell when I've stopped my routine because, you know, my photos help keep me accountable as well. Like, it's, yeah, I miss Buddy. I miss my walks, but I love having Clivey around. But yeah, this topic's really hitting me in the face. Like, okay, what do I need to do to go move? I'm happy to food prep. I'm happy to, you know, cook really well. I'm happy to go to bed early. I'm not doing that as much right now because I'm happy to see all my friends. So, you know, it's all a balance, and I think I'm going to bring out my love buckets soon and start talking about that again so that you kind of know where I'm coming from in that headspace. Yeah, now see now I'm thinking. So relevant to me. Anyways, I'm going to love you, leave you. Moving is key. It gets the good endorphins flowing. So how do you stay motivated to move? What are your tips and tricks? What do you do on a daily basis? Is all your movement the same? Is it different? I think I'll talk about this a bit more tomorrow. I don't have anything planned, so that's my to-do today, which is usually all done last Friday. Travel! Anyways, love you guys. Have a great day. Keep moving. Never works, hey. Silly finish button.